I shoot for GA Precision. George and I have known each other for, gosh, a long time. Obviously, I'm currently in the Army. He picked me up when I started shooting civilian matches some time ago. We've been friends ever since. He's been a big supporter of us and everyone on the team. And thanks to him, we've obviously been fortunate enough to have the gear to obviously help us shoot and shoot at a high level. So it'll be an interesting match. Not only we're shooting against our teammates, with our teammates, but against all the other guys too. There's a ton of good shooters here, top 50 in the country. So talent's gonna be incredible. Tough conditions, obviously, at rifles only. So we're looking forward to it. Yeah, I think most of the obstacles that all the shooters have now. Obviously, this is a growing sport. Like many of the 3-guns and the pistol disciplines, they're growing rapidly, and this one is too. And I think most of the guys, though we are sponsored, this sponsor is limited to really good. There's no money exchanging hands, so it's very pure in that sense. But we all have jobs and we have families, and it's full-time jobs. And I have 2 jobs. We run our own training facility at K&M in Florida, and I'm in full-time in the Army, and my partner does the same thing. So we have very little time to shoot. I think you'll probably hear that recurrent theme is I've had a little more time to train, a little bit more time to train. And it's one of those things, this discipline is hard because you can't train to perfection where you could get to a lot closer to some of these other disciplines. So this discipline makes it hard. It's very psychological, and it's a challenge. Everyone always feels underprepared because of nerves, but there's also those competing requirements that we have, and I fall under the same thing. So hopefully, if it goes bad, I'll flip the switch. Hey, I'm just here for fun. If it goes good, then I'll start getting nervous. I got here. The first half of the year I didn't shoot. I've actually hadn't shot in the community for about 5 or 6 years. I stopped shooting. I was really concentrating on my profession. I switched over from the enlisted side to the officer side for the Army, and it had a lot of higher demands. I have a job that's a little bit more forgiving now. Met my partner, Brian Morgan, who's on GA Precision too. We started our own training facility, and so a whole other business, whole other full-time job. So we didn't shoot for this first half of this year. Picked it up, I think, in June at the Louisiana match. I shot, and I was fortunate enough to win that one. And I kind of went on a roll with Kentucky and the Tennessee match, and I was just fortunate to get on top and against all these top guys. And there's an element of luck to it, and I got the win calls. I got the quarter inch of the plate, whatever it is, and so I lucked out. But there's anyone here this weekend can win this match. It could be the guys at the top. It could be the guy that's in 20 or 30. I mean, that's the level of shooters and how close and how much parity there is in this sport. So it'll be interesting. Off and on, I shot in 2006. I shot very heavily. I came down to rifles only, and I was very fortunate. I did very well that year. Got commissioned, deployed a couple times, and I haven't shot for 5 years, and really kind of picked this back up just on a chance as the Precision Rifle Series got started back up. Big proponent of it. I actually joined the committee with Rich and the guys 4 months ago to try to continue to support it and promote it and kind of throw my name and K&M's name behind it and get, because I think it's good for the sport and getting it to grow. But so really, yes, I've had a couple years experience shooting, took some time off and came back this year and kind of try to polish some things off. So you don't need to go out there and have the top line equipment. I don't need to go spend $10,000 to get in this game. You could do it on a budget. You could do it well. It's a different. More rounds are not always better. Get some. There's always some formal training that'll benefit you. But really, besides that, getting into it too, and kind of being self-taught and spending the money on rounds where you're making mistakes and self-taught. Combine that with some formal training, and then or go out to the competitions. These guys are so in this competition. These guys, we're gonna be shooting at each other's throats. But at the end of the line, they're gonna talk about, oh man, win this strategy, whatever it's gonna be. You're not gonna find a friendlier crowd that's gonna help you. It's a hard sport to break in for new guys because it's very intimidating. Because of the level of shooters and because of the sport it is, people think that there's a stigma attached to it, that it's like, oh, I don't want to be something I'm not. No, this is precision rifle. It has nothing to do with that military aspect of it, and we'll go out and come out. And I think that's the best way these guys are going to learn. Go out to a competition, your local one day, big one, doesn't matter, and you'll learn so much, and then you'll go back and figure out what you need to train on and how you need to improve.
Okay. My name is George Gardner. I'm the owner of GA Precision. I'm out here to shoot the final for the PRS. I started shooting when I was about 13 years old, and then I joined the military, shot competitively through the military, and then shot competitively while I was a police officer. So just kind of always been a shooter. Shooting competitively in this sport since '99, and that's kind of when this sport started. When the first matches were here at Rifles Only in '99, and TAC Pro in Texas, and Badlands out in Oklahoma, and it spawned into 20, 30 matches nationwide now. So I'd say '99 was kind of the pinnacle year for this style of shooting. Well, you have to shoot 3 matches, top 15%, or 2 to qualify, and then your top 3 matches give you a score. And I was top 15 in the first 2 matches, so I guess that's officially how I got here. Precision Rifle Series is the first series where they've kept track of your scores throughout the year. Normally you'd show up to a match and you compete against the guys, and whoever won, and you never really knew how you ranked against everyone else. This year they kind of came up with something that really ranks shooters and lets you know where you stand. Gives you something to strive for, I guess. I'm more of a shooter who wants to maintain, each match. So I shot pretty consistent all year. But there's guys that are chasing points in the entire year and trying to get into every match and chase, more points. I'm just trying to stay consistent and better myself. I think I ranked 20th or something out of the PRS this year, which I felt good about. Sure, well, I sponsor myself, I guess.
So you can say that you're sponsored.
Yeah, GA Precision has a team of 8 shooters. Actually, right now, our top 2 guys are my guys, so hopefully they can keep it going and win this thing. We'll see. The most important piece of gear is yourself. I mean, a 1-minute rifle will win these matches every time, so you've got to bring it. There's no piece of gear that's really going to help you, to be honest. You don't get good overnight, so I would say someone trying to get into this, just shoot. I've heard a million times, why aren't you shooting that match? Well, I haven't shot a match before. And I always tell them, well, you never will. I mean, you got to get out there and shoot. So my advice would be get out and shoot one of these matches. No matter how you place, just do it. You got to have a starting point. If you don't start, you'll never finish, type of deal.
I'm Brian Morgan. I started shooting when I was younger, just doing normal stuff as a kid, growing up in the mountains in Tennessee, and just grabbing 22s and shooting things that walked around, and just kind of took that on up to a different level. Rich Emmons and a few guys got together and put on a series that really wanted to test, test a lot of the shooters' abilities. And as I saw how, and I've known Rich for a few years, and a few of the other people that are putting on the matches, and when they put this together, I knew it was going to be a quality event. And then they put a series of matches together that allowed us, the shooters, to be able to test their skills against one another and just shooting matches and trying to do as good as we can at them. When you're shooting, you're always nervous. You get out here and you're wanting to test your skills against some of the best. I mean, you got guys like Terry Cross and George Gardner and Shannon Kay and those kind of guys that are just they've been in the community a long time, and we all look up to those guys, and they've helped the community come a long way. And so you're nervous, but as you get to meet them, you realize they're just regular people, and they want you to do well too. Yeah, I shoot for Team GA Precision. We got quite a few sponsors: Bushnell, Stepped Up Bartline Barrels, Burger Bullets. So we got quite a few sponsors. I'd have to just say that it's a combination of all the gear. So obviously this game is alleviating variables, and anytime you can do that with your equipment, that's a good thing. So my GA Precision rifle, I alleviate the variable of worrying about the rifle. The Bushnell scopes are solid, they run, they track well, good glass, good reticle. So that's another variable I can take out, and it allows me to know if I'm not hitting, it's on me. It's not my equipment. So it's just a package deal. The main thing would be get out and shoot. Don't be nervous. Go out to some of these matches. The community is very welcoming. They want people to come in, and we see a lot of people that are just a little bit intimidated early on. But everybody wants everyone to do well, and that's one thing about this community is it feels like a little bit of a family. We know everybody. Everybody enjoys everybody, and they help each other to become better shooters. And a guy that comes out for the very first time is treated like he's been out there for the past 10 years shooting with us. So it's, I'd just say just come out and shoot.
My name's Chase Stroud. They call me Pump. Got started shooting, actually, this is my rookie year, and competitive anyways, but I taught myself everything I know, and I guess I got lucky a few times. I got started shooting when I was 4 years old. I killed my first deer, and it's been going ever since then. And about 10 years ago, I got interested in long range, didn't really know what I was doing, and then this last year I started shooting competitively, and my first match I got 46th, and I thought about quitting because I was like, this isn't for me. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep going. And then I just started winning and applying what I did wrong and did right, and just made myself a better shooter. I got to the PRS finale by being blessed. I've got my own 360-degree, 2,000-yard range on my property, and I practice literally every day. And I truly believe that practice is what got me here. And of course, George Garner, he's helped me out more than I can thank him. And this is what got me here, is good quality rifle and a lot of practice. favorite thing about the PRS community is definitely the people. Everyone here is family, and played baseball my whole life, met thousands of people, and the guys in the PRS, I've only known them for a year, and every one of these guys is like my brother, and couldn't ask for a better group of people. Some of the sponsors I'd like to thank more than anything is George Garner with GA Precision. He picked me up earlier this year, had one win under my belt and had a couple of second places, and then George picked me up and started winning, and then Rock Solid Stocks. Thank you, Todd Reynolds. You've helped me out a lot there. And Burger Bullets, they've helped us team out a lot, and I couldn't be more appreciative. I truly think that the Rock Solid Stock has changed my game in shooting barricades and positional. It's designed in such a way that it optimizes shooting off of barricades, and I think that's been a game changer more so than anything in my kit. And besides that, Weebad Tactical, their rear bags and then their tack pad has made a big difference also. Best piece of advice I could say for a new shooter is come shoot in my shooting school. Kidding. No, practice. You could have a 1 MOA rifle and you can go shoot in a match. Go and practice. I don't care. Don't waste your time tuning loads at 100 yards. Get out there, shoot in the wind, learn your rifle, learn your caliber. Best piece of advice I can give you is get out and practice.
I'm here with Jeff Badley. Jeff finished third in the PRS finale. Jeff, you had an outstanding season all year. You went to TPRC. You finished real well there. I shot it with you, and I know you beat me there by a couple of places. Every match you shot in was really outstanding. Top 5 on most all of them. You came in with
Thank you.
just 297, was it? Going into
Yeah.
Jeff was right along close with his partner Chase Stroud. They finished real strong today, and Jeff finished third in the overall season series points. Tell us what it meant to get here and your performance today and how that all kind of came to shape.
It meant a bunch. I mean, being the first year and stuff, I mean, I've been doing this for probably 10, 12 years, and first year of the PRS, I was really pumped up to be able to get up here and take a good spot and come in top 3 in the points. Just meant a bunch to me, and I was really stoked to take a second here. And I mean, it was a good year and had a lot of fun with it. I think the whole PRS thing is going to be good for the sport. I mean, it really brought a lot of people shooting this year and kind of got everybody amped up, and I think it's going to be a good deal.
And you were shooting for a GA Precision. GA donated a rifle.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank George on your
Oh,
behalf.
absolutely, man. He's been big all year. He's donated a lot of rifles this year. Him and Surgeon both have really pumped a lot of rifles in here and kind of helped on the prize money, and couldn't appreciate it anymore, man. I mean, it was really good to us.
Thank you again, Jeff.
Yeah,
Outstanding
thank you, man.
finish.
Thanks for the work you put into it and stuff, and looking forward to next year.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.